So the gastrointestinal tract, first and foremost, is kind of a tube that runs from the mouth to the anus, and it allows for food to pass through. Obviously, while it's passing through, there's a lot of digestive processes. There's also motility that the gastrointestinal tract makes sure the digestive continues to pass. And then as it's digested, there's absorption of nutrients. And then more recently, we've been looking at other properties such as barrier function or selective permeability and communication with the microbes. So in terms of nutrient consumption and kind of that passage, really we've been focused most of the time on the reticulorumen, so that first large fermentation chamber within the ruminant gut. And obviously it has an enormous volume. When you evacuate rumen contents, you get anywhere from 40 to 70 kilos of total mass of the digestive. So obviously a huge capacity, and feed's able to stay there for a while, allowing for microbial access and digestion of the nutrients. Once those nutrients are digested by the microbes, at least through fermentation, digestion, short-chain fatty acids are produced. And it's really critical that those short-chain fatty acids are absorbed across the reticulorumen, and that really is the driver for energy supply in dairy and beef cattle. Once nutrients are digested, they break down obviously to a smaller component, or feeds are digested, they break down to smaller size, and they can pass out of the rumen and facilitate their digestion throughout the rest of the gastrointestinal tract. In terms of barrier function is really a complex process. It involves the innate immune system. It involves selective permeability, as well as structural processes that ensure that compounds do not pass between cells, or if they do, it's regulated, and that it still promotes absorption of nutrients. So we often talk about barrier function, but what we normally suggest or discuss is that selective permeability, so making sure that we want certain compounds to cross and preventing the movement of other compounds from crossing that tissue. In terms of communication, the microbes and the animal are communicating with each other and responding to each other. The immune system plays a role here as well, as if we have compromised barrier function, those microbial components can be detected by the host, and as we heard today, that can signal a number of changes, including inflammation and a reduction in feed intake. We also know that the host can secrete components across the gastrointestinal tract that help regulate the microbial community structure, and it also senses which microbes are there, helping to maintain an appropriate balance.